Welcome, everybody, to the first edition of The Gambling God. We did our first video. Our friend called in during the video. It reset the whole thing. I have to do it over. Me and King Felix are here. Felix, say hello to the people. Meow. All right. Avocado, Gambling God, Friday, October 25th, 2019, giving you the strategies that you need to succeed at gambling. I just did a whole rundown, and the whole thing was ruined because my friend called in. I'm going to get into some strategies for you: money line betting, points betting, middles. We're going to do a special NCAA video tonight, later on. We're going to focus on the 7 o'clock games today for Friday, October 25th. We have one game underway in the NHL. I will describe for you all of our strategies, how we've been winning on our plays. I don't bet every game. I will give you the games that I'm going to bet on personally. We will open up the phones at some point in the future so that you can call in and we can talk and you can ask me questions about certain games and we can get into the specifics. You see, I have my Washington Capitals hat on tonight. I do like them. We will get into the hockey. It is my favorite sport to bet on. And for your purposes, who gives a shit about what's on TV in terms of the game and the sport? You're not betting on the friggin' sport. It's a 50-50 proposition. All you're doing is picking the damn winner. Who cares if it's surfing? Who cares if it's chess? I don't care if it's South Korean women's volleyball. You're betting it's 50-50. Someone's going to win. Someone's going to lose. I don't want to hear, I don't like hockey. It doesn't really make a damn difference if you like hockey. You like winning, right? So you're going to make a bet, and it's going to win, and you will start to like hockey. Trust me, okay? So on the last video, I started with hockey. I'm going to start with baseball on this one. And the reason is because I figure most people want to hear about baseball. World Series, Game 3, Washington Nationals at home. Anibal Sanchez on the mound. Don't know why Corbin is not pitching. Doesn't make a difference to me. Houston is on the road. You have Greinke. They're minus 136. I like Washington. I'm not going against them. They've been hot. Since the best team in baseball since Memorial Day. I'm going to ride with them. Are they going to win this one? I'm not sure, but I'm taking them. I can't see myself betting against a team that is as hot as the Washington Nationals. I do like the over. I think that Houston, of course, has the lineup to get the over on their own, just like Washington did in the last game. I do like the over. Both teams can hit. Washington hit Verlander, and they hit Cole. There's no reason why they can't hit Greinke. So, to me, my main play, one of my main plays tonight is going to be the Washington Nationals. It's a Felix gives it a triple meow, 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 and then I am going to jump on the meow. We're going to jump in there with Anibal Sanchez. Hope that he can, manage the game. You could be looking at a 6-5 kind of a game, 7-4. Either way, Washington is a very good defensive team, and they do have some pop. It is in Washington. They've been great. Again, I can't see myself betting against them. I can see them sweeping Houston and taking the whole thing. Sorry about that. Felix sneezed a little bit there. And so the phone went, over the top. This is not exactly a high, expensive production, as we see. You can see we're in the bedroom here with the cat in the background. So just bear with us during the early days of the Gambling God until we get our studio up and running. Okay, so you're gonna take Washington tonight on the money line, hoping now that Washington gets a lead, and then in the live betting, you could jump on Houston, all right, plus on the run line. Not the run line, so on the money line. So that way, maybe you throw 300 on Washington. Maybe they jump out to a 2 or 3-0 lead. Then on the live betting, maybe you put 50 or 75 on Houston if they're like plus 200 if they get down 2 or 3-0. It's worth a try. That way you can't lose both bets, but you can't hit both because you're not taking the run line. But I like to do that just to kind of cover myself. But for my money, Washington at Nationals. We're gonna try it with Sanchez. I like the over. I like Washington straight. All right, so that's our going to be our play on baseball. NBA, just getting started. I do like a few games here. Don't like them all. I will go over them all a little bit. Boston at home for Toronto. I like them to win on the money line. I don't get into spreads. I say that spreads are for alumni. The freshmen are the ones, and through the seniors are the ones that bet the money lines. We can't even pick the winner, much less the spread. Okay, for my money, Boston money line, home, coming off a loss to Philadelphia, should win this game. It probably will be close. The Celtics are not the same team without Horford and Irving. They're well coached. They're home. They're playing a team they should beat. But neither of these teams want to lose this game, but Toronto did win the first game. I think Boston's more motivated. They're home. I think they're the better team, and I do like the Celtics to win this game. Celtics money line, that's what I like in that one. Minnesota at Charlotte, I can see Charlotte winning this game. Teams at home, they win more than they often than they lose. Minnesota's coming off an overtime win against the Nets in the opener. I can see Charlotte giving them all they want. I do like Charlotte plus the points, especially if you could buy it to 7. I like that. Minnesota's got a very good team, but I think Charlotte can win this outright, and I'm all about value. If you're feeling frisky kitty, maybe you want to try Charlotte on the money line. Just think about it. Like my therapist used to say before he died this year, actually, who thought I would outlive him? Haha, Ralph. You might want to try Charlotte money line. Just, $25, $30 as a shot. Who knows? That's more value there than taking Minnesota to win. Knicks at Nets. Here's a rivalry game. A lot of points, 8.5. I think the Knicks can cover this number, especially if you buy it up to 10.5. I could see the Knicks winning outright. It's in Brooklyn from Manhattan. Not a long ride. Not exactly a true road game. I mean, it's a road game, but it's not like they're flying across the country. There will be plenty of Knicks fans there. I could definitely see the Knicks covering, potentially winning, taking it down to the end. I don't think the Nets are good enough to be giving anybody 8.5 at this point of the season. Will I bet it? Probably not. I might throw 20 on the Knicks just for fun. Washington at OKC. I think the 8's a little bit much. I don't know that OKC should be an 8-point favorite over anybody. I like the Washington team. If you can get them to plus 10, it's reasonable. I don't love the game, so I probably won't bet it, but I think 8 is a little bit too much there. But I don't have a tremendous feel for that game. I do like Memphis in the next game, home for Chicago. They're getting 2 points. I think Memphis wins outright. Again, I like home teams that are getting a few points. I think that those are the plays that you want. There's value there. It's difficult to win on the road. Again, most teams at home, they win more than they lose. Memphis was impressive in the opener. I do like Memphis here to get it done. Dallas at New Orleans. Dallas is plus 2. For some reason, I like Dallas. I know what I said earlier about the home teams, and I do like New Orleans. For some reason, something's telling me that Dallas is going to win this game. I like the Mavericks on the road. Not a game I'm going to bet, but if I had to pick it, I would take Dallas. Next, Phoenix at Denver. This is one of those games that can be completely fixed to screw everybody. I mean, it is all fixed, let's be clear. So you have Denver minus 12 over Phoenix. Phoenix, a very good young team. Devin Booker, they light it up, run and gun. And, Denver at home, minus the 12. I could see this going over. So if I would take anything here, I would take the over in this game. I don't think Phoenix wins it, again, unless it's completely fixed. I can see Denver blowing them out, though. I could see Denver easily beating them by more than 12. But they did just play Portland last night and win in Portland. Who knows? Maybe this is a trap game. Don't love it, but I do like the over in this game. Portland, minus 2.5 at Sacramento. You have to like Portland. I think everyone's going to be on Portland. Portland is a good team. This falls into that. It's easier. It's not that easy to win on someone's home floor. Portland just lost at home to Denver last night. They have to be pissed. I'm going to go against my better logic and say I think Portland gets it done here. It'll be a tight one. This one might end up in overtime. And remember, every game goes to overtime. So yeah, you have to like Portland on the road to beat Sacramento. I'm going to take Portland there. I might throw a few dollars on that. And then the second game I like, the second best in the NBA, is the Lakers, home for the Jazz. I might even like this better than the Celtics. Lakers minus 3.5. I like the Lakers on the money line to win. I like a Lakers-Boston parlay, maybe for a few $100s. And then if the Celtics do get it done, maybe to take the Jazz plus the points. Maybe you buy it up to 5.5 or 6. And now you could hit the parlay and you could hit the Jazz plus the 6. I would try both of those. I'd like Celtics, Lakers parlay, maybe Celtics straight, Portland straight. And then Jazz plus the points. Lakers coming off a loss to the Clippers. Jazz coming off a win at home against OKC. Got it done in the first game. I think the Lakers get it done. I think the Celtics get it done. Maybe the over in Phoenix and Denver. Those are the games that I like. If you're feeling frisky, maybe Charlotte at home, maybe Memphis at home. But it's not something that I'm in love with, okay? Now, to my darling, to my sweetheart, the NHL. Why do I like the NHL? Well, because the games are always 2-1, 3-2, 4-3. Very rarely do they get crazy. For instance, Calgary and Florida last night, 6-5 overtime. It's always one goal. It's always something. It went 5-5 into overtime. It was anyone's game. Calgary pulled it out. And if for your money, when you're betting, you want to at least be in the game. That's the key. You don't want to bet one of these basketball games where the team comes out in the third quarter, runs off 18 points, and the next thing you know, your team is down by 25. It's done. In baseball, there's the grand slam, 3-run homer, a 7-run inning, and you're out of the game. You're done. In hockey, you score one at a time. There's no other way. One goal, one goal, one goal. And I always say the second goal is the most important goal. The first goal, obviously, it's 1-0. The second goal, it'll either be 1-1, which is great, or 2-0, which is a big hole, especially in hockey. So the second goal is always pivotal. What I like to do is if I like a team, typically they're going to go down 1-0. I mean, if I like a game, pretty much the team I like, they're going down 1-0. That's the bet you should take, to be honest. But by and large, the favorites, you will see them go down quickly 1-0, grab them on the live betting. If they're down 1-0 or even 2-0, grab them on the live betting. Last night, Columbus was down 3-1 at home. They won 4-3 in overtime at home against Carolina. They were the underdog in the game at the beginning. They were plus 130. We had them there. We had them on the live betting when they went down 3-1, and then we had them headed into overtime. We triple banged Columbus last night on the opening spread, on the live betting, and then on the live betting going into overtime. So these are the kinds of value plays you get in hockey. On the back of that, you have Colorado at Vegas. This game has already started. I got started late today. Sorry, we were a little busy earlier today. Those who know me know there was a lot of stuff going on. Felix knows. He's not moving. So Colorado, Vegas, if you're watching that game right now, you're in the middle of it, whoever's down, take them on the money line. Just give it a shot. If they're down 1 or 2-0, Colorado can definitely win this game. Vegas should win it. They are the better team, but I could see Colorado putting a few goals on Fleury and possibly getting it done. Hockey can go either way. From night to night, it's so random. That's what makes it so great, though. Is if you study it, you can kind of see the patterns. There are random patterns, but such as the better team going down 1-0. It's crazy, but you have to monitor it. It's like stock. You have to watch it. You can't just wake up and say, oh, well, I'm going to bet Calgary today. I mean, you can. And again, if you do, it's 50-50. It's worth it. Next on the board, I like this San Jose at Toronto. Toronto's goalie, the guy stinks, okay? And I like San Jose. They're a good team. Toronto minus 180 is a lot. I like the value here of San Jose. I like the over a lot in this game. San Jose's goalie stinks. This guy, Martin Jones, I think he's legally blind. And so I could see San Jose and Toronto. I could see the over. I could see like a 6-6 hockey game here for sure. And I could definitely see San Jose pulling this out. Toronto's tough at home, but I see a high-scoring game. There's value in San Jose. Take San Jose and the over. That's what I like in this matchup. Phoenix and Arizona, the Coyotes, and New Jersey. Arizona beat the Rangers. They lost to the Islanders. Now they've got the Devils. Don't love this game. Don't like really betting on bad teams. These teams are okay. I like Arizona when they're playing a really good team, because when they're playing a really good team, they normally upset them and you get good value. But don't love this game. I'm not going to play it myself personally. I'm more focused on the end of the night on the Washington Capitals. Islanders at Ottawa. This is the type of game where you're going to see Ottawa possibly win outright. Why do I say this? Because I bet teams like the Islanders on the road like this all the time. They're always behind 2 or 3-0, and it just turns into a goddamn disaster. If the Islanders go up 1 or 2-0 in this, I will be shocked. Not that Ottawa's any good. It's irrelevant who's good. It's irrelevant who's playing at all. So in this kind of a matchup, it's a bad team home for a good team. This is the kind of game where the bad team comes out and wins and screws everybody, because everyone's going to be on the Islanders. The same logic applies to Portland and Sacramento. But I'm going to take Portland coming off the loss. Maybe I'm going to fall into the trap. I don't know. But I like Portland in that one. I don't like the Islanders here. Of course, they're the better team, and they should win. If I'm going to get frisky, Frisky Kitty, I might jump on Ottawa, but I don't necessarily love it. Not a game I love. Again, on the back of that, Buffalo and Detroit, don't love that either because they're not really good teams. These bad teams are very unpredictable. They're not the kind of games I want to get involved in. Buffalo, Detroit, I have no real feeling on it. Detroit's is an up-and-coming team, but again, I don't really care too much for that game. There's plenty of other better plays on the board, such as the next game, which is Washington-Vancouver. Now, Vancouver obviously is a good young team. They're up and coming. They have very good young players. They skate fast. They score. They have a good goalie. Washington's coming off a loss last night to Edmonton. I like Washington here. They're a veteran team. They're on the road, and they're very unpredictable on the road. Their goalie, the guy he'll give you fits. But at the end of the day, I like Washington here to win this. Wearing the Washington hat, I think they're the team. I'm going to go with Washington and Washington. I like the Capitals. I like the Nationals for a Friday night, October 25th, 2019. We like the Washington Capitals to win. We like the Washington Nationals to win. I like the over more in the baseball game than I like the Nationals, but I've been rooting for and playing the Nationals for months now. I like the Lakers in Boston. I think those are your best plays. Washington Capitals, Washington Nationals, Celtics, Lakers. I think of all of them, I think the Lakers is the best bet. They're a very good team. They're home against a team they should beat. So if you had to make one bet, I would take Lakers money line. It may not pay great, but I think that's the play. I think that's your number one option. So, we will go over NCAA for tomorrow. I like to bet the games where the spreads are 10 and under. So I'll just give you the ones that fall into that category, and then we'll get back to that on a later edition of the Gambling God with the Cat. Iowa at Northwestern, they're giving 9.5. We'll review that one. We'll go over them all, of course. Auburn and LSU will be a great game. LSU is giving Auburn 10.5. That's a real interesting spread. I got to look into that, see if there are any injuries. I can't see why Auburn would be getting 10.5. Penn State -6 at Michigan State. Gotta like Penn State. They look great. Texas -1 at TCU. Tight. It's a 50-50 toss-up. They're all 50-50. We will get into Oklahoma State and Iowa State. The Cyclones giving Oklahoma State 10.5. I gotta like Iowa State there. Arkansas, Alabama, that's a huge spread. Notre Dame, Michigan, it's a 1-point spread. I like Notre Dame. Michigan, I don't know. They just don't impress me too much. I like Notre Dame in that one. Arizona State at UCLA. I'm all about Arizona State in that one. Utah, Cal. Utah's got a huge spread there. Oregon 14 over Washington State. So we will go over some NCAA football tomorrow, give you some picks and some plays. We will give you some upset watches. My strategy on all these football games is to sometimes grab the dog on the money line at the beginning, hope they get a lead, and then maybe you can get the favorite plus the points. We'll go over that kind of strategy, but you must monitor it. You have to sit there and watch it like a baby. You have to watch every possession. Have the live betting open on your betting window so you can grab spreads, grab money lines as they appear. You have to be on it. You have to be watching it. If you're watching the hockey game last night and you see Columbus goes down 3-1, you jump on them. Jump on them. And we did, and we nailed it. We rang the bell last night. So our focus tonight, Lakers, Celtics, Capitals, Nationals. I like the over in the Nationals game, repeating myself over and over. Watch your hockey, monitor your hockey, track your hockey. It's going to be 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-1, 3-2, etc. These are the games you need. You see a team go down 2-0, grab them. Because when they're down 2-0, they cut it to 2-1. All of a sudden, they only need one more goal to tie it. It happens. It happens a lot. Teams go down 3-0 and come back and win. Hockey is a crazy, crazy sport. And I want you to just really invest some time in that. The NBA is great. They rest players in the NBA. They don't tell anybody. They don't do that in the NHL. These guys want to play. I saw a guy get his teeth knocked out last year. They had to drag him off the ice because he didn't want to come off the ice. If LeBron James lost 2 or 3 teeth, he'd be out 6 months. That would be the end of LeBron James. Done. No more. They rest these guys for no reason in the NBA. In the NHL, it's practically against the law. And I want you to remember that. The hockey players are putting in maximum effort. They're not playing defense like James Harden and these guys. They just play the Matador defense. There's none of that. These guys are going balls to the wall every single minute. They really are. I mean, right down to the last seconds, and they're fighting their balls off for the win. It's not like that in the NBA. College basketball, I love. College basketball, different story. NBA, not so much. So let's grab the Nationals. Let's hope they get a lead, and then maybe we could take Houston on the run line or the money line. Let's grab the over at the beginning of the Houston-Washington game and hope that we can get some runs at the beginning, and then the total will continue to rise. And then if it rises enough, we can take the under, and we can actually hit both. It's a little bit of an advanced strategy, but I hope you enjoyed this edition, the first edition of the Gambling Gods. Actually, this is Felix the Cat. I am the Gambling God, the Avocado. We're gonna sign off right now at 6:35. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, subscribe. We will come back with an NCAA video tonight, 6:35 p.m. here in the East on Meow Time. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.